Hello, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Ascendant. Welcome to Wispering Mystic Tarot. I'm Ryan, and we'll be doing a reading from January 13th to the 18th for Gemini. So Gemini, the first, we'll get right into your reading. I already blessed and purified the cards. So the first card we got is the Dream Traveler. And Gemini, this, you are a channel for spirit. So, trust your intuition, your hunches, and your gut reactions. And Gemini, this is a visionary card with the message that you're on the right path, even if it doesn't always seem like it. So your higher self and your spiritual guides, ancestors, and guardians are watching over you and supporting you at this time. So know that you're blessed, Gemini, and you are a blessing. And you are a dreamer in the most wondrous definition of the word. So your native spirits want you to know that, in earth-based tribal traditions, people look to those unique individuals who had the ability to journey during the nocturnal dreams to bring back wisdom and guidance for that tribe. So the dreamers were able to step through the sacred portals in the night to commune with those on the other side. So Gemini, you carry this energy of the visionary, the healer, and the seer. So watch your dreams, and messages from the Creator are flowing to you. Even at nighttime, keep a journal beside your bed, and when you wake up in the middle of the night, jot down your dreams, because a lot of times in the morning you'll forget your dreams and stuff like that. Gemini. Okay, so for clarifiers, I'm using the path of the soul and your native and your animal spirit guides. So the next card we got was the number 2 card, and that's the encoded card there, Gemini. And it says where others see nothing, you see the deeper meaning or messages hidden within. So your guides are working to communicate with you as your intuition and your inner knowing are expanding there, Gemini. So be mindful of all that you are experiencing in each moment, and be aware of animal messages, cloud formations, colors, conversations with others, and anything else that catches your attention. And you're taking the next step up in awareness and connection to the unseen worlds, Gemini. All right. So for the animal spirit guides, you got the Roadrunner. It's a clarifier, and it says keep your sense of humor and don't take things so seriously, Gemini. So, Gemini, it's so tempting to view life in all its many manifestations and variations as something to be taken quite seriously, yet this is exactly the opposite of what you need to do right now. So no matter what the situation, look for the humor in it. It may take time to find something, but if you look for it with this attitude in mind, you begin to see the absurdities and the ironies inherited in whatever shows up in your life, even if it's seemingly the darkest circumstances. So Gemini, maintaining a healthy sense of humor about most experiences causes you to be lighter in spirit, to smile unabashedly, to appreciate life that much more. So turn that skull upside down by doing whatever makes you openly laugh. And of course there are certainly times that you require more serious demeanor. Tragedies or traumatic experiences don't call for cheerfulness or humor, but when these events occur, appropriate social restrictions apply that demand the expression of emotion congruent with the circumstances, right? So Gemini, these instances are temporary and like all things will soon pass. So other than these kinds of situations, life's ironies are abound. So rather than feeling personally victimized by the vulgarities, take a deep breath and see the humor in the situation and give it, and then have a good laugh at it, Gemini. Okay, so for your next card, we got the, what do you got there? Not the dream job, the talking stick, okay? And the talking stick is about speaking your truth, Gemini. So the soul loves the truth, so communicate from your heart and share your reality without hesitation. Gemini, be willing to stand before a crowd and share from your center. And this isn't the time to be shy or hesitant, it's the time to heal through communication. And you have that gift of a true leader through the way you communicate with others there, Gemini. So, during tribal council meetings, a decorated, the talking stick would be passed around. So each council member held a stick, and he or she had the opportunity to speak from the heart. So each person in attendance would be asked to weigh carefully on their words of each speaker. And the talking stick reminded each person to be authentic. So communication restores trust and always allows you to clarify your ideas, your position, and feelings there, Gemini. So it can be healing when you share what has been withheld. So Gemini, now is the time to take a risk and have that courage to speak clarity and be forthright. So share any unspoken darkness that lays heavily in your heart. And there are times to hold back and be discerning, but this isn't one of those times there, Gemini. So even if you're afraid, declare your truth for all to hear without fear of being rejected or misunderstood. And when you do this, transformation and healing can occur there, Gemini, okay? So for your clarifier, you got the number 9 card, and that's a light within card. So you're awakening to your inner light there, Gemini, and opening to new levels of spiritual understanding and awareness. So guides and teachers are working with you to assist in this awakening. So support is coming in the human form as well. So those who are not legible and experienced will be there to offer you support if needed. And the main color of this card, Gemini, is green, and it shows that to know your inner light, to know your own heart there, Gemini. So enjoy the experience and stay connected, and the rest will happen naturally there, Gemini. Okay. And then for your clarifier with your animal spirit guides there, Gemini, you got the cat card, and it says it's time to strike out on your own and relinquish your over-dependency on others. So Gemini, it's so easy to slip into a comfortable dependency with anything or anyone, from simple dependencies that can be healthy and restorative, such as daily exercise, to destructive and hardcore dependencies, such as addiction. So you may find yourself totally hooked on another person that you lose yourself there, Gemini. So always turning to that individual to either make decisions for you or to validate your own. So this can apply to organizations and institutions as well, Gemini. So those dependencies that you're most familiar with are most likely born out of a habit rather than a conscious choice. So to make truly autonomous decisions, Gemini, don't get caught up in the polarities of being dependent or independent. Instead, make those choices from a place where you maintain your own authority and power, and accept 100% responsibility for those choices and those consequences. So now is the time to review the people and the things upon which you're excessively and habitually dependent. So step back from them, identify the areas where you need to make some adjustments, and act accordingly. And then practice setting boundaries, asking for what you want, and make decisions based on your own internal authority and autonomy there, Gemini, okay? So for the third position in the reading, we have the Grandfather Sky card there, Gemini. And this card is about, it's time this is your time to reach for the sky and expansive energy, vitality, health, healing, and passion. And these qualities are expanding in your life. So the sky's the limit there, Gemini. So you're a healer and a channel for the life force of the universe. Your ability to sense energy fields is increasing dramatically, and be prepared to soar to new heights. So when you receive the Grandfather Sky card, you're entering into an expansive cycle, Gemini. So don't hold back and repress what you feel, or your body and spirit will become drained. So if you strive to meet everyone's expectations but forget to honor your own needs, your energy field will become dull. So if you allow your emotions and your needs the freedom to be spontaneously expressed, so waves of incredible energy will expand inside of you. And running on your own resources, it's easy to become drained. However, letting the divine light of the Creator flow through you easily replenishes your soul there, Gemini, okay? So for the third card there, we got with the Path of the Souls there, Gemini, you got the number 14 card there, Gemini, okay? And that's the Footprints card, okay? And Gemini, you have beautiful intentions of doing well in this world and having a lasting and positive effect on the planet. So this was part of the Divine's plan for you, created for yourself before you came here. So Gemini, the inner aspirations you feel and the daydreams associated with them are the whisperings of your soul calling you to your purpose. So this is all part of your journey, and this is the the time has come to take the steps necessary to set this dream in motion there, Gemini, okay? So for the third card, you got the, for clarifier for your animal spirits, you got the spider card. And it says, trust the creative spark you're feeling and express it through writing stories and that inspire and enlighten. So have a drink here, guys. So Gemini, the pulse of creativity is especially strong right now, triggering a not familiar and compelling desire to express yourself through creative writing. So whether or not the tales you weave are true, or whether they're based on actual experiences or the imagination, your imagination, or your fertile mind, each day sit with yourself down and pour out the words that come to you, and don't ponder each sentence or paragraph. Just write whatever wants to be written through you. And to inspire and enlighten others, you don't need a profoundly complex tale. Just start by describing a personal experience, or one where you gain some insight and may also be useful for others. So don't focus on how people will respond to your story there, Gemini. Instead, just enjoy the process of writing without judging your work or yourself, and write to express, not to impress. And then Gemini, in attempting to write, you may find yourself easily distracted either with others' needs for your time and attention, or with those negative thoughts and beliefs that you're the product of judgments and shame that you were subjected to during your childhood. So a powerful way to release those habitual and self-eliminating thoughts or feelings is to write about them in story form, right? Or any traumatic experiences there, Gemini. So as you do so, don't hold back anything, and through such a catharsis, you heal those words that had originally wounded you there, Gemini. Okay, so for the your fourth position, we got the storyteller card there. Okay, Gemini. So we're just talking about your being larger than you are. So live larger than life. Make the most of every experience, and you can choose the meaning that you give events. So find interpretations that empower you rather than diminish you there, Gemini. And be the storyteller and the hero of your own life, and give your personal stories empowering meanings. So in the native traditions around the evening campfire, clan members always look forward to the storyteller recounting events of daily happenings, and and daily happenings around the tribe. So even the most mundane events took on the vibrancy in the expert hands and the experienced storyteller. So the storyteller card chooses you to remind you to be the champion of your own personal myth and be the central character. So don't live life accordingly to the needs and expectations of others, and don't be a bit player in your own story, okay? And what you can do is take an event in your life that you gave a disempowering meaning, and find a way to rescript it so that the interpretation of the same story is the one in which you are the hero there, Gemini, all right? And when you have those positive affirmations and you change those stories, you'll start to see that in your life, right? Because when you take out on negative energy and you put that out there, even when you're talking about yourself, it affects you, and you're going to attract that negative energy, Gemini. So for a clarifier, you got the number 26 card, and that's the third eye. So the third eye rules psychic abilities and clairvoyance there, Gemini. And although every human is born with this ability to see beyond the known, it does not mean that they always access it. So your intuitive gifts and abilities are very strong. And when this card appears, Gemini, it's because you are ready to move to the next level in the development of your inner seeing. So intuitive development is important for your growth at times, and expanding your gifts not only benefits you, but also aids those in need that need guidance and support, and you can provide that source of support there, Gemini, okay? So for the clarifier for that card, you got the zebra card, and the zebra card is all about, it says let go of your fear and know that you are safe and protected at all times. So Gemini, when you venture into unfamiliar territory, it's quite natural to feel some trepidation. Your mind can create all sorts of scenarios as what can go wrong. So doubts and uncertainties may arise, and the path can seem fraught with challenges and sometimes even danger. So you might find yourself stuck at times and fearful about moving ahead, yet much of what we labeled as fear isn't actually fear. So true fear is a vital, instinctual response to any life-threatening situation. and it is triggered not only by circumstances or events, but even more so by what you think about that circumstance or event. So stay relaxed yet vigilant and trusting that nothing can truly harm you, and that your body will provide sensory information if there is any actual danger. And if there truly is any threat, then your instincts will tell you what to do there, Gemini. So whenever you feel an exaggerated sense of fear triggered mainly by your thoughts, one that has little or no bias in reality, take a few slow deep breaths, call upon spirit helpers who have provided their guidance and protection before, and then reach out to close friends and family members for reassurance to help you feel grounded and centered. And then, Gemini, recall those times in the past when you did feel frightened and you were endangered and not only survived but came through intact. And you can also relabel fear and instead call it excitement, as the two emotions are very similar in the way they manifest in your body there, Gemini. So most of all, trust the spirit guides, your instincts, and your friends to watch out for you there, Gemini. Okay, so for a clarifier for the storyteller, what did we just do? Oh no, we did the zero. So you're on the last card, that was the zebra card. So the last card in the spread is the vision quest. And the vision quest, that's about taking time away from people and situations. So step back, maybe withdraw a little bit. Inner truth is emerging in stillness, but you need to retreat there, Gemini. So know that you're guided and look for answers in different ways, and the answers are around you. Watch those signs in the coming days and trust that your life is being directed. So your native spirit wants you to know that in Earth-based cultures, large questions about life are often answered in vision quests and solo retreats in nature. So questions such as who am I, what am I meant to do with my life, and what is my mission and my purpose in life. And we're often answered on quests of various kinds. So Gemini, even if you don't have burning questions, when this card chooses you, it's telling you to take time away from your ordinary life. Take the time to explore the depths of your soul, and your soul knows the truth. So take time in quietude to discover what it is, and the answer to your questions are all around you, but you must be still to hear those messages. And it's all about doing some meditation and taking some time for yourself, right? And like Gemini, if you're not you're not healthy yourself, mentally, physically, then you're not going to be any good for anyone else either, right? So even taking 5 to 10 minutes a day to do that self-help, we always need to do that self-help. And you'll do it for a week, and you'll notice the miraculous changes in your life there, Gemini. So for clarifier, you got the number 34 card, and that's the red native card there, Gemini. And from the time of first man, every thought has been recorded within the collective consciousness. So you can either draw from this source, or you can consciously make a positive contribution to it. You have much wisdom within you, and it is time to share it. So red native is calling you to begin imparting your knowledge with others. So this can be in the form of talking. However, there are many other ways to communicate. So whatever your choice is, you're making a lasting contribution by raising the collective consciousness of man. And finally, for clarifier, we have the tiger card there, Gemini. And the tiger card is all about you're being called upon to provide leadership. So trust that you're capable of doing so. So Gemini, being an effective and compassionate leader requires that you know the art of balancing the yin and the yang, and pay attention to the sublets and the flow of the group process. So while simultaneously staying attuned to your own intuitive voice. So whether your role as a leader applies to your family, your friends, your employees, or a nation, you must listen to those around you and respond to their needs and strength and compassion. So when you deem it necessary, you need to follow your own sensibilities, even though others may disagree with you, Gemini. So to the best of your ability, make your decisions based on what you determine to be for the greater good, rather than catering to self-serving needs. And fear and doubt may arise at times, but don't let them deter you from your purpose. And the best leaders aren't perfect, but they're willing to take calculated risks based on their own convictions and passionate desires to do the right thing. So occasionally, Gemini, you may stumble or even fall, but don't let that impede the acceptance of the leadership you're being called to provide. And others are looking to you for guidance, so don't let it go to your head, but do let it go to your heart there, Gemini. Okay, Gemini, that's it for your reading from January 13th to the 18th, and I hope you have a good week. And, you know, yeah, just remember, take that self-care for yourself. And thanks for coming out. If you can, make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and help this channel grow. I did have, my last channel was Raining Tarot, but I got locked onto my channel, so I lost all my subscribers and all my videos and everything. So this is my new channel, and yeah, so hopefully I can get it up and going fast. And yeah, so like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys all again soon. Namaste.